In today's video, we're going to add a pop of color to your home with a stunning vintage rainbow quilt. Get ready to fall in love with this unique, one-of-a-kind quilt that's sure to become one of your favorite new piece. From its vibrant rainbow hues to its intricate stitching, every detail of this quilt is a work of art. So whether you're a quilt collector, a vintage enthusiast, or just someone who loves to add a touch of personality to your decor, this quilt is sure to delight. So sit back, relax, and watch me work, and get ready to be inspired by this beautiful vintage rainbow quilt. Let's get started, everybody. So whoever cut that didn't make sure that the fold was straight. So this was cut on the fold. That's why when you fold it, it looks straight. Anyway, I'm going to have to either leave that one out or maneuver around it somehow. So we're going to sew a strip set. I'm going to put them into the group settings that I want, and then I will be back with you. All right, so I've laid it all out into the group sets in reference to the colors and how I want to lay out all of the strips. All right, so you can do the same, put your colors together so that you're happy once you stitch them together. Alright, so I've done the stitching for the strip set for the second block, and I'm going to do some cuts for it now. Now this quilt is coming about very quickly. It doesn't take long at all. I doubtful that I would make a very large quilt. So the second block is easier than the first, and as I said, this is a very quick quilt. You will have extra left over to use as border, which I think I may possibly do, or use some of it to make another project, but I'll see how I go with it. You can go as large as you want and use up the whole jelly roll, but I think I may just stop. I am making 20 blocks in total so that the quilt is balanced out, but again I'm going to may use some of it, as I said, as the border. So you're going to need some background fabric as well for this quilt. Now what I have tried to do is to literally give different colors purposely so I can use the whole. So I wanted this flower arrangement at the bottom and another really dominant color that's really strong at the top, because I'm going to flip it. Alright, so here is the layout. It's a little bit jumbled up because I've kind of layered them on top of each other because the table is small. Alright, but let me show you block 2 and block 1 together so that you have a clear idea of what it looks like. So this is block 2 and this is block 1. Alright, so I've laid them out alternating. What I would say, and I'll point it out in the final evidence of the block, is that for the second row you need a strip here to attach to block 2. Okay, so you'll need a strip on the second row and you'll need a strip on the third row, but again I'll point it out in the pattern so that it's clear. Alright, so that's it. So I'm going to move on to sewing it together. The balance of jelly rolls is not much. So this is it. So I will most likely use this to go around to create an inner border, but I'll see. I don't want too much of the same colors, so I may just use something else and use the balance in a smaller project. Alright, so this is what it looks together. So, alright. Now remember I mentioned a moment ago that you will need to add on some fabric at the end of your second block, or block B. In the pattern I'll write it as block B. So you'll need to add on a strip here. What I would advise you to do, which is what I have done, is while I was making the first block, block A, obviously block A, once I finished cutting all of my strips, I then cut this number of strips that I needed, because you will have leftover from the number of strips you need to make. I hope that makes sense. Alright, and so you would add this to the top or to the start of each of the block. Now I wouldn't do that. If you want to mix your fabrics and let them touch, it's fine. I just never like doing that. I always like to make sure it's a different fabric there. Alright, so you'll have one there at the start and you'll have one, just like if you have one at the start of this one, because this block is already sewn together. There's 2 rows, okay? And you'll have one at the end there. Be mindful that you would need to trim off your block. Now I could have done one or two things. Make this smaller or trim away block A. Or trim away block A. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to lose the pattern here. So I decided was to just trim away this one. Okay, I hope that makes sense. But again, I will show you the whole quilt as the final layout, and then you would understand what I am saying. But so far, it's looking pretty good. That's 2 rows stitched together. It looks awesome. All right, so I'm going to continue. Once I've done here, I will just go straight into the quilting and then show you the end result. So this quilt is now completed. It measures 60 inches squared. Now, what do you think of the whole thing? Now, I call the pattern Vintage Rainbow because to me, it looks very vintage. It's not overall bright fabrics. They're just very subtle, but it has come together really nicely. I'm kind of loving it. It was a relatively quick quilt to make, I'll definitely say that. It came about really quick and easy. It's a very simplistic movement of the quilt. Looks pretty awesome, actually. Looks really, really awesome. Let's go in closer and have a look at the quilting so you can see what it looks like. So on the jelly rolls, I did lots of meandering because as you can see, it's quite busy. But on the cream fabric, I just did lots of swirls on there. And I did the same sort of design on the middle pieces. But it looks nice. A very quick quilt to make. And using the jelly roll. There is a few jelly roll left, probably about 5 or 6. I can't remember, I didn't really count it. But there's quite a lot left still. And if you wanted to add it into the quilt and make it bigger, you more or less can, to be honest. I use the same fabric on the binding. I'd love to hear your opinion of what you think of the whole quilt down below. Now on the back, I use a very soft, beautiful fabric on the back. So I use a flannelette, very nice and smooth, very warm, and you can see all of the quilting at the back, definitely. And look at this side up here. So yeah, that's what it looks like. And let's look at the distance so you can see the whole thing. But it feels very warm because of the back. You know, that sort of smooth, blankety, baby blankety texture at the back. Really nice. And I think it works, the color works from the back as well. But that's the quilt. 60 by 60. Good size, good throw size, just to throw over the bed. So I look forward to hearing from you guys. Pattern is in the description box down below if you'd like to make one. Very quick, I would definitely say that, even for a jelly roll quilt. All right, so I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Happy quilting. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below and please share the video out. That helps my channel out quite a lot, more than you would know. It's a small gesture to make, just to simply watch the video, like, comment, share. It really, really helps. As I said before, guys, happy quilting, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.